Hey guys.
Hi.
So it's Mariella.
I'm John.
I'm Berni.
And we're the creators of
T-Stop. Not tea time,
not tea
as
time.
we're gonna say lots in this episode and the next one.
But it'll change eventually.
In the third episode, we'll get it
Yes.
right. I promise.
We didn't look it up beforehand, but we did before we uploaded it. So we changed the name. We made a whole new logo. Everything's fine.
Get ready to watch episode 1
Right now.
right now.
We're heading to racetrack. We're all ready? Yeah. Okay.
Rolling.
Okay, we're rolling. Oh my gosh.
Oh jeez.
We're rolling? Jesus Christ.
Eric, sound speed.
This is this is so surreal to me because we actually have microphones in our hands right now.
Are you mind blown right now?
I'll do it at the same time.
I think first things first. Hi, welcome to tea time. Even though half of us don't have tea right now, but that's okay.
I have tea.
I think we should go around the room and introduce ourselves really quick and what we're drinking. Okay, so I'm Mariella. I got my fruit punch cocktail.
Hello, my name is Chauncy Eugene Sims Jr. You can call me Mr. Clean, and I have a watermelon Arizona.
That sounded so professional. I feel
Thank
like I
you.
need to redo mine.
I've been doing this for a minute.
My name is John, and I've got my Arnold Palmer half and half.
My name is Hannah, and I got a frozen Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yo, hi, I'm Nick, and I'm also drinking Arnold Palmer half and half iced
Squad.
tea lemonade. And even though it may not be, real tea, it's
It's
still
half
it's
tea.
pretty
Still
it's
tea.
pretty good
Still tea.
it's pretty good tea. It's pretty good shit.
Go ahead and
50%
describe your the size of the can.
He's got a chode can.
I have a chode can compared to the yeah.
The massive.
I've got the Mandingo can.
And I'm uncomfortable.
Hey, but you know what? It's not about the size, guys.
That's how you use it.
It's how you use it. Okay, I could drink mine slower, and you guys would
We're
be
less
big
than
old
a minute
gulpers.
and we're already making dick jokes.
On that note,
Now, segue.
I'm drinking an Arizona
Who are
Mucho
you?
Mango.
Oh yeah.
Who cares who I am?
That was Bernie.
I'm
I think
Berni.
if it's Arizona, it counts as tea.
I think that's what I agree with it. Okay, how about we all open our drinks and take our first sip?
Countdown.
Oh yeah, sure. One,
Wait,
two.
hold on. Is it 1, 2, 3 go, or is it 1, 2, 3?
Oh my god.
Let's say 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
No?
One,
1,
two,
2, 3. That was pretty good.
Perfect. I hope Char definitely enjoyed that sound.
That's the worst sound ever, and I'm so glad I'm not the sound person right now.
Yeah, huge shout out to Char for sound mixing us right now.
I've never got
Char's
any
the
complaints
best.
from
Char,
making
you
that
wanna say a
sound,
quick hi?
By the way.
Hello.
All right. Okay. So we got a couple topics that I have.
Wait, did we
Right now.
introduce what this is?
Oh no.
We
Well,
introduced
I mean-
ourselves and the tea.
Okay, listen. All right, so a little backstory, I guess, to anyone who doesn't know the story already, and to whoever's listening, I guess. But so John and I and Bernie have. That was a horrible order.
Hierarchy.
But the three of the three of us did a couple podcasts with our friends, but they were just kind of like on our iPhones, rehearsals. But we thought about it and we really wanted to start the podcast. So this is it. We're just gonna tea time's gonna just be like literally the most randomest topics. Randomist? I hope
Most
that's a-
random topics.
That's not a word. Okay, so
I think randomist can be used.
Don't feel
thank you.
Let's put it in the description.
I fully agree.
don't feel bad. The first time I ever thought about doing podcasts, there wasn't even a name for podcast yet, and I sat there with my phone, and we were behind a waterfall, so you hear the waterfall in the background of us talking. I thought it was a good idea at the time.
You just
Oh yeah, this will be peaceful.
This would be great. So now, yeah, that's all you hear. Now, instead of everybody being entrenched by what we're saying, they just have to pee.
just. But yeah, so this is episode 1, and we got a lot of friends here right now. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I don't know what the set is yet. We just know this might be like a weekly thing or something. Who knows? We'll find out. But yeah, so I got a couple topics.
I'm definitely going to tune in if, maybe, could be, should be. Definitely every week we'll have an episode up.
Different episodes every week.
So the day that this podcast posts, every week you're going to get a podcast
Okay.
at this time, or this day, this time. All right, cool.
and in the future.
Rep your set.
So I figured we could start off with something that we've all been talking about. Well, at least 3 of us have been talking about today. But we could catch Chauncy up to speed because Chauncy hasn't heard too much yet. Or at least unless Chauncey's researched it. But the next pandemic is coming, guys. We're all going to die.
You're
There it
talking about
is.
the stupid
Here
bat
you are.
thing?
Yeah.
Yes, the stupid bat thing.
Yeah,
Fucking
some
bat
lady
disease.
decided that she was going to eat a bat from one of those wet markets in China,
and she ate it in some.
Why not?
Because why the fuck not? Honestly.
Fuck not.
Video dropped as of right now, or like 8 hours ago, something like that. It's only been up for a little while, and so far we're getting signs of a pandemic. China is gassing their streets. We've got people, people in the UK getting infected. We got some guy in Washington getting infected. It's kind of like SARS, but worse because people are dying. There's 17.
Well, people
deaths.
died with SARS too.
Well, yeah, but not as much. And people recovered from SARS.
That's true. SARS also just went away. I
Yeah.
will say that. Okay,
Yeah.
first of all, I would like everybody to know I'm not this educated on diseases. I just watched like a 15-minute
No, we're just
documentary on
freaking
Netflix.
out. We're just freaking out. 'cause
We're
this is-
experts now.
There's an episode of South Park about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, how they cured it. It was an episode where they.
How they
It was
cured
episode of it was the people of South Park versus the Indians, and the roles were reversed.
Oh Jesus.
So the Indians took blankets and put SARS on them, and then gave it to the people of South Park so
What
they
the
would leave
fuck?
the land. It was
Oh my god.
yeah, it was very ironic, and they solved it. And it was like the white people cure or something like that. It was chicken noodle soup and Mountain Dew.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's what.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, there's a new pandemic. So yeah, some woman, I guess what did you say, John? She just ate a soup.
There was like a bat, and it's like its chest cavity was like open and shit, and there's like soup in the bat. It was cooked, but she's like eating. She's
don't
like
worry,
eating
guys,
the
the
wings.
bat was
I was
cooked.
reading the article, and it said that there was this guy next to her that was like telling her like, don't eat the skin, only eat the meat. But that bitch was eating everything. She was
Wait.
just chowing down on this bat.
Yeah.
So this person made a video of them eating it.
Well, I think it was like they
Oh.
went to a restaurant and like somebody just recorded them because I guess like over there it's a delicacy or something.
I think she brought
like-
it though, because from
Well,
what
yeah,
I
no, it was at a
understand, they
restaurant.
didn't serve bat at that restaurant. They just went there to eat it.
No, I thought no, because I read the news article, the one I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
In there it said that she went to a restaurant and like it's like a delicacy, so like she was eating it and they just like recorded her, or the restaurant did. I don't know who recorded her. I really don't know the facts.
I
About
can
this, to be
guarantee
completely
you,
honest.
someone was clout chasing. So some was like whatever, like that person.
Oh yeah,
whoever-
because it's crazy.
yeah, whoever decided to go ahead and lick the freaking Bluebell ice cream, same thing. They were like, oh, this could be really cool. I'm gonna put this
People
on
are gonna
my
freak
Instagram.
out.
Okay, hold on. Are you talking about that thing where people would go around licking the ice cream?
Yes.
That was the most disgusting
Do you know how
thing
pissed
I've
off
ever
I
seen on the
was?
internet. When
That's
I
my
saw
favorite
that,
ice
I hated
cream.
our generation.
That's fucked up. You
Okay,
didn't
so
see
there
that?
was like a
You
trend.
don't know about
She doesn't know the trend.
Bluebell
Peop-
ice cream?
People would go into a Publix or any
Any
grocery store, go into the ice cream section, open up an ice cream and lick the top of it, close it, and then put it
Now
back
wait.
and post it on TikTok.
It wasn't. Listen,
Yes.
listen. It
Why
wasn't
is the
just any
world
ice cream.
awful?
It wasn't
Yeah.
just any ice cream. It was Bluebell ice cream. That's my favorite ice cream. You know how pissed the fuck off I was that people would open it up, remove the plastic, and lick it, and then put it back. What really killed me was when I saw a 33-year-old man do it, and he got caught, and he got arrested. Thankfully,
Arrested? Just
Yes.
buy the ice cream and get the fuck out.
it blew my mind that this 33-year-old man was clout chasing on Snapchat.
Not even on TikTok.
Not even on TikTok.
You're not
no.
even gonna get followers on Snapchat.
Nah.
You're just doing that for fun.
You're just
That-
doing it
that's
to be
what really
stupid.
blew my mind. It's like, how did you get caught on with that on Snapchat? Someone, obviously, whoever you decide to send this
You got
to,
some friends that
yeah,
hate
exactly. You need to get rid of all of your friends.
Although
People
if
are
somebody on
terrible,
my
honestly.
Snapchat did that shit, I would turn them the fuck in.
yes, I would.
Turn them the fuck
Wait,
in.
so that was a TikTok challenge or whatever?
It was like a trend.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
a challenge. People don't endorse.
Whoa.
Oh, was it Twitter?
Jinx.
Yeah, first person was like
You owe me
17.
a
It was
soda.
Twitter, not
You owe me a
TikTok.
tea,
I
actually.
think all
Are
these
you a tea?
fucking like what,
Jinx.
these trends challenges. What the like? How do they? Who has the time to spend the shit? Because like, I just also found out today. There's like one TikTok trend going on or challenge, whatever, where basically you take a phone charge, like an iPhone charge or whatever, you stick it in to where where you can see the prongs coming out, and then you just put a fucking penny in between the prongs.
What?
And
What?
shit catches on fire. Have you?
I've never
Wait,
heard
what?
of
My
that.
Can we try this?
sister
Hold on, can we pull up?
put
Hold on,
a
wait, wait.
penny
Why not?
On a plug
I'll pull it up.
in a socket when she was younger, when my grandpa was watching us, and she had to go to the ER because her whole hand was black.
Jesus
So it's
Christ.
proven that you shouldn't
What's wrong
do
with her
this.
hand being
No,
black,
no,
Hannah?
I think. Listen.
Sometimes I don't like you, Jim.
I, Chauncey Eugene Sims Jr., condone anyone who wants to try this. Go ahead and stick a penny into a plug. because Darwinism will do the rest of it.
Darwinism will
you
do the
do
rest.
not deserve to live
wait,
if
hold
you
on.
go ahead and do that dumb shit.
I think we all need to take a moment to watch the trend
Yeah, let's find
Nick
out.
is talking about because I have no idea. I've never even heard of that.
Someone's really doing this, right? I'm very confused.
I thought
I
you
know.
were talking
I don't
about
even
the
know how we
one
got into the topic of
where
TikTok.
people duet.
Well,
But we're
because
here now.
we started.
And it
I
looks like they're
mistakenly
plugging
said that
up
this was a TikTok
someone's
trend,
butt.
but it's actually something that was on Twitter.
The,
Yes,
the
it's
source
Twitter.
is the danger. The source is Inside Edition.
Referencing this specific video as an example of what not to do.
Trend on the popular app TikTok is actually causing
Okay, so they're putting a penny
Yes.
inside of like the
Yes.
apple brick that you plug into a wall.
For all of you idiots who decide to try this at home,
How stupid
I am
can
glad.
you be?
It makes my day. I chuckle a little in the inside. I feel bad, somewhat bad for the parents, because at the same time, why aren't you paying attention?
Literally, the parents comment on this shit. There's like, they probably wouldn't say my son's a fucking idiot, but there's like he burned like a hole in the wall.
Now listen, if you are 10 or younger,
So wait, what does it do
this
to you?
this is normal shit.
Oh, okay. Here's the video.
Here's
Hold
the
on.
video. Here's the video.
Oh, hold on.
What
What is occurring? All right, so this person is taking.
Oh my god,
Oh, it
why
does
doesn't
it?
it show the whole thing? Can we see a video of the whole
Oh
thing?
yeah, let's just go on. We'll look up that.
Hold on, we'll pull
I
up
want to
the
watch
video.
somebody get
Video.
zapped.
Anyway,
For
I'm in
people
that
to
kind of
do
mood.
that, like, you know, if they're, I mean, like you're
that's some
saying,
child.
older than 10,
Yeah.
it's like you have the conscious, you know there's a chance of getting electrocuted. Because penny, aren't they made of copper?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah.
You
That's,
know-
that's
like
the
a
whole thing behind
big
it. I think.
conductor.
It's a heat dissipator too.
Like, you know, like, people would steal it from houses up north because
we
it's
go.
so valuable.
Okay, we got the
and
actual video.
conductive.
We got some content now.
To be electrocuted, fatally electrocuted, just by an outlet in a wall socket.
Oh, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know that you can die? Well, now you know. By the way, these aren't little kids.
Oh,
Oh,
They're like
my
teenagers.
God.
Oh fuck, sparks and
Idiots,
everything.
dude.
It's like an explosion.
Damn.
Oh, and then they pull the wall charger out and it's covered and it's like charred.
What's
and shit.
next? They're gonna sue Apple because it's their charger.
Sue Apple, for
Apple,
making
you
phone
didn't make your
chargers.
you didn't make your stuff safe enough.
You know what? You know what that tells you though. That goes to show that the world runs on iPhone because it would be an Apple brick. It would be nobody else's brick. It's just an Apple brick.
At least an Android user, you know, they can't take a good picture on their camera, but they will know not to do some stupid shit like that.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. Let's move on topics and let's bring up. I know, John, you were gonna explain to Chauncy
Oh.
the medical beings. Okay, so I
Yeah.
guess John's gonna take us into story time now.
So, okay.
Dun, dun,
dun,
story
dun.
time.
So I'm driving home to visit my parents, and I come up to a light, get in the turn lane, and all of a sudden, I check my watch, and I can see that my heart rate has decided to go down. It's dropping down now, like below 40. You know when you stand up and your vision gets blurry and shit? It was like that, except for I was sitting down, and it was going black, and I could not see anything. I'm sitting there in the car, like, palming at the dashboard, trying to find the emergency button. I'm like, this is it. I'm over. I'm literally out loud saying to myself, alone in my car, like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something is wrong right now. Something is wrong. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And, you know, can't see. I finally get the emergency lights on. I can see a little bit. I peel off into a parking lot and get out, and I'm in a cold sweat. I'm like, fuck that. Never experiencing that again. So I go to the doctor the next day. They do an EKG. Turns out I have something called pericarditis. It's very hard to spell. It means that
It's very hard to spell.
It is.
try it.
That's
There's
the
not
worst
as
part of
many-
it all.
There's not as many A's as you might think. But it basically there's a sac that your heart is in, and it's that's like the parrot something or other, and it's inflamed. Mine is inflamed, and so I can't have alcohol. I can't smoke anything, and I can't like eat like super unhealthy. No coffee. I got to take 3 huge pills a day. The copay on these pills, by the way, $1,400. I have 2 sample packs, so I haven't had to pay that yet. But unless they give me some kind of discount, which I think the doctor said I was going to, that would be a $1,400 copay for a bottle of these pills. And so right now I'm living my best life, hoping that I don't die.
For
That's my life.
medication, John, there's this app called, this is not sponsored.
Sponsored by
This
Arizona
is not
Tea.
sponsored.
You could find help John at GoFundMe.
But there's this app called GoodRx, and it makes like I
heard of
have,
that.
like some
Sponsored
medication
by
that's supposed to
GoodRx.
be like $40-$50
Yeah,
for
I've
me.
heard that too.
It's like $7 at Publix now. With
Not
Sponsored by
Publix,
Publix.
but check out their subs.
Speaking of Publix,
Wait.
can we talk about pub subs for a second?
Wait, hold on.
Dude, I
hold
literally
on.
was like,
Hold
this
on.
is not sponsored by Publix, but shout out to
Hold
their
on.
subs.
Buffalo chicken.
Before you continue, but did everybody just realize that his life was saved by his Apple Watch?
Yeah, no,
Anybody
kinda.
else
The
realize?
Apple
I had
Watch
no
is
idea
always
what was-
redeeming themselves here.
So for
I had-
everybody who does not believe that
No.
Apple Watch should save lives, here you go.
No, I had
No,
no
or
at
idea what
least
was going on,
helpful.
and the only reason I knew
Yeah, no,
something
I've heard
was
other
wrong,
stories where like they've legit like
Well-
even because the new ones now they tell if you pass out.
Yeah,
And-
the new ones will give you a
yeah, if
notification.
you pass out, like hit the ground, it'll
gonna say
call the
there's-
cops.
Like what was
This
there,
one's-
there's yeah
crazy.
like was it I saw one where like it actually also like with it detects if you fall in like a certain distance.
exactly.
Like it's like one person like I think like fell off a cliff while hiking, and like he was found like because like literally like it detected like him like falling a certain amount of like
Crazy.
distance and sent like his location to like his emergency
It
contact.
sends it
That's
every.
crazy.
It sends it. It'll
Guys.
send a message
Fucking
to everybody on
future,
your
man.
list.
Guys, this is crazy because if you think about it, Apple is redeeming themselves for the awful outlets, you know?
Yeah,
Oh my
they're
God.
redeeming themselves for the wall outlets by letting me know the only thing that I literally had
crazy,
no
though. That's really
idea
cool. That's really
what
cool.
it could have been. Like I'm freaking out right now. I just felt like I was like panicking, and then I checked my watch. I'm like, oh no, my heart is just not beating as much anymore.
You know, on the bright side though, realistically, I would not be mad at all if Apple got rid of these little chargers and gave us something that charge them faster.
But no, I think it's pretty cool that your watch saved your life. But can I just say this?
Okay,
Hold on.
saved my life is strong because it really didn't do anything other than let me know what the fuck was going on. Because I still I had to just
But
peel
like,
off and
okay,
get out of
can
the car.
I? Well, okay, well, actually, yeah, you have a
But
fair
it
point
did.
because
It
I was
did
gonna say
give me some peace of mind because in that moment I was like I had no idea what was going on, and knowing that what was going on is that my heart is just not beating as fast anymore was like it
Well,
was
no.
peace of mind.
But it's
in
Well,
Well,
that
yeah,
moment
that's
of
what I'm saying. Because
chaos.
either way, that's good. Because like, if you think, well, I will say this: you're right. Because in a sense, I'm sure if you were feeling like you were blacking out, you would have noticed that regardless of the watch. But I think it was pretty cool that like the watch was kind of like the whole sign of like, yo,
This is
watch
what's
out,
happening.
tornado
if you think about
incoming.
Check this shit out. Something's wrong, boy.
If you think about it from that perspective, though, it's levels. He was able to foresee something was wrong before it initially hit him. So that in itself at least prevented you from going to shock.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's true. But you know what's crazy about like, because you were saying like what happened like throughout the like in that moment when you felt that way or whatever. And one thing that like immediately thought in my head. So you were saying like you were like sweating, right? Which is why you walked outside.
It was like a cold sweat. It's like
Oh,
my
okay.
skin was freezing, but I was like sweating.
Cause I was really confused. 'Cause I was like, if you were really hot and then like you got outside of your car and like took your jacket off and it was freezing cold, isn't that also really bad? Cause
No,
like the
I'm
change
sure
in
that what
temperature
I
can
did
like
was
fuck
not
you
what you
up.
were supposed to do. It was freezing outside, and I was wearing a hoodie because it was cold in my car, but my skin felt cold even though I was sweating. So I pulled over and got out and took my hoodie off because I was like, I feel like it was the same sort of reaction because I wasn't even really thinking clearly. It was the same sort of reaction that they talk about when like people get trapped and they get like hypothermia and then they start like undressing in the snow
Right.
because they think that it's gonna make them warmer. I feel like it was that kind of reaction because I didn't
Oh.
really think about it. I was just like, I need to get this off of me right
Right.
now.
That's crazy. Honestly, I feel like if I was in your shoes, I would have just called the cops as soon as I pulled into that.
I
I would've been
literally,
like,
there was a part of me that
911.
wanted to call 911,
dying.
but I was like, if I survive this, I'm gonna look like a big fucking idiot. So I didn't. I just let it ride. I'm like,
Smart.
If I die, I
I think it's the
Jesus.
stupid male pride in me that would make I wouldn't want to call it like
Exactly.
Like in the back of my head and be like, "Hey man, you being a little bitch right now?"
You're gonna pussy out over a little heart attack?
You a fucking pussy, bro?
Hey man,
did
you
Die like a man.
your own conscience?
Did you die?
Your own conscience is like on your shoulder, and it's just
Yeah.
telling you like, one side of you is like, you should call the cops. It's the right thing to do. You got the other side being like, don't be a bitch. Get the fuck up.
You either die or man, or you live long enough to see yourself become the pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
When you grow up and if you hang out with dudes just long enough, that's all you do to each other. So that just becomes your conscience.
You're the guy in the back of your head is
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh, what? You're gonna bitch out?
You're
to
gonna be a
this?
bitch?
Yeah, you're gonna be a little bitch now.
But
I seen you last
honestly,
week.
though, I think it is safe to say that if we were all, I know if I was in the situation, I feel like I would have just genuinely called the cops because
No, good on you.
I would have been like, fuck.
Do you know
That's what
why?
I should have done? Because if I had fucking died right there, I would have endangered everybody else around me because I was in a car.
Well, wait, what parking lot did you pull into?
It was
like, was it just like an abandoned
So when you
parking
go
lot?
over the bridge to Ormond Beach, there's parking lots basically under, but not under, like to the side of the bridge, because like there's a dock there.
Okay, I got you. It was one of those parking lots.
Yeah, so I had to go left anyways because if I get on that road, then I go straight down and make it right into my parents' neighborhood. But instead, I went left again and went into that parking lot. I swear to God, there's this huge bend once you turn into there that's like, it's not that big, honestly. But when I made the bend, it was like, since I was like, tripping out because I couldn't fucking think, I couldn't breathe, I didn't have enough oxygen. I was like, it felt like I was turning forever. It felt like I was literally turning like on Rainbow Road, just like, like wheel spinning forever. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad. I think we're all glad you're okay, John.
It probably only lasted like 5 minutes total, like the whole thing.
But it probably felt like a lifetime.
No,
Like,
it
oh,
literally,
probably
it felt like just the turning part lasted like 100 years.
John's like, I've been turning for 10 months.
Yeah, I was like, I'm either hitting somebody right now and this is a hallucination, or this is the longest road I've ever been on.
Do you know what's going through my head right now? I'm imagining him turning in slow motion, and then the
guy behind me was probably like,
no,
Jesus
Christ. You know the movie in Step Brothers when he look at the drum and that orchestra plays in slow motion. He's like,
Can we please put that edit together?
what? Oh yeah, right.
Like, let's
We
just
can go
get
back
that
to
song.
Ormond Beach and film me
make a
turning around
reenactment
that.
video.
Yeah, we can reenact it.
And it's
Make
just,
a dramatic documentary about it.
Going like this at the same time, and just like in slow motion, his mouth
What's-
wide open,
no,
his
what's
eyes
crazy?
closed.
What's crazy is that you're probably right because it probably felt like forever. So then you just cut to a shot of John like from like outside, like the outside of the car's perspective, and it's just like super slow, and somebody's like behind him, like just like.
John
dude,
almost
just
dies, and
make
we're
the
here making a
fucking
skit.
turn already.
Yeah.
Oh, John almost died. Let's make a skit. It's funny.
There's comedy and tragedy.
Oh, for
People
sure.
say you were gonna laugh about it 10 years later, but you know what? 10 minutes
I'm
later,
laughing
it's still
about
funny.
it fucking right now.
I have a slow. Okay, I'll tell you a story of me. Like I laughed 10 minutes later after this. So when I was younger, I'd say 17 years old. This was 10 years ago. So no. So I had a bunk bed with my stepbrother, and he had a bedwetting problem. He was in the top bunk.
Ew.
So it was
Dear.
it was like
No shame, but ew.
It was like 2 in the morning, right? And I'm writing an email on my laptop. I don't remember what I was writing. I just remember it was an email.
Can I just say really quickly? I think you're a very professional person if you're writing emails at the age of 17. Because at the age of 17, I was just texting people.
Yeah.
There was Blackberries then. That's like it was BBM. You were BBMing
You had
somebody.
a BlackBerry
I
at
had
17?
a BlackBerry, son.
Unbelievable.
So, so I'm writing this email, and don't think it's professional. It's probably some chick. I don't know. When you emailed women, but anyway.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
madam.
So suddenly I feel like it was a leak or something. I'm like, what is going on here? Am I crazy? Am I half asleep?
no.
Something is dripping on me, and there's no way. So I put my hand up and I look, and it starts dripping on my hand. I'm like, okay, this is real. What the fuck is this?
And you smelled it.
And then I'm like, no. And I get up and I grab him. I'm like, wake the fuck up. He's like, what? And I'm like,
You peed on me.
you pissed in your bed. He's like, oh, how'd you know? Because it leaked through and it's on me. And he's like, oh.
Oh, sorry about that.
So now listen, I am enraged right now. I was literally going to kill this person. But as soon as I got to the bathroom and started washing my hands, I looked down, and it's one of those moments. It was like a surreal movie moment. I look up into the mirror, and I'm like, this is going to be a really good story someday.
How old was your bro? Like, how old is he?
14.
Okay.
I mean, hey, it could have just been a bad dream. It's okay. It
Yeah.
happens.
Phil, when you
Like,
out your
like
brother
I'm not.
on
I
the podcast.
like. I was thinking like the
hold on.
same
Say that
age
again?
as you.
Hold on,
Phil,
hold
when
on,
you
hold
out
on.
your brother.
So
Starting the bed on a podcast.
So this wasn't the only time this happened. So this is why there's no forgiveness.
Oh, no forgiveness.
So
Payback.
Why didn't he just sleep on the bottom bunk?
Wait, that's a valid question.
Yeah, what the fuck?
After the first time, I would have been like,
Wait a
We're
minute.
switching bunks.
Well, because the bottom bunk is the bigger bunk, and I was 17.
Wait,
Oh,
why are
okay,
they?
fair.
Why are the beds different sizes?
Because the bottom's a
Well,
futon
no.
and a bed.
Oh, got it.
No, with bunk beds, they usually vary. It's very rare they're like the same size.
I have
Well-
literally never seen a bunk bed where the two beds are different sizes.
Yeah.
That's
That's
ludicrous
the
to
only
me.
type of
Like-
bunk
Because
bed
that
I've
feels
seen.
like that would be like an
My
architecture nightmare.
sisters, their beds are actually like they're the twin beds for my sisters, and they're literally like wooden frames that can stack on top of each other perfectly, and they're both twin size bed.
You know what? I'll save it for next week. We'll have a weekly piss story. I got 3 more of them. I got
We
3
need
more.
to have
of
like a segment intro, like
It's
Chauncey's
time.
piss stories.
them.
It's Chauncey's
No, we
story
just
time.
R. Kelly. I'ma pee on you.
We get the rights to an R. Kelly song. And
Exactly.
just like use that. As
You
the
don't
intro
need the
music.
rights anymore. It's free now.
Oh, okay. My bad. I forgot.
Nobody's feeling R. Kelly right now.
Nobody's
kind of
gonna sue you
late,
for using
but
R.
whatever.
Kelly's
We only knew for like 20 years now, but you know, it's all
Nah.
good. That's okay.
Nah.
Let's be mad at him now.
Nah.
It's like the Bill Cosby thing. Everybody, like any interview you see, like everybody's like, oh yeah, I knew that was going on. I just didn't believe it. You know. Well, if you hear the rumor enough, people, obviously,
If you hear it
Nobody
over and
said
over and
anything,
over, you
though.
can't just be like, "Oh, I don't believe it."
I don't think that anybody was too mad about it. And then it happened, like, oh yeah, we knew about it.
Yes, it does.
Have you anybody heard about Mr. Peanut recently, other than the people who were in class with us? Today?
Negatory. I do not know of this.
Okay.
Nobody knows about
Peanut.
the Peanut story?
He's dying.
Who? He's dead. Mr.
Okay,
Peanut.
should we pull that? We should pull that video up.
Should we pull up the video?
Yes.
Why should
I
I
got
pull
you.
the
Okay,
video?
pull it up real quick. The planters peanut people who make the peanuts.
Yeah.
Their guy, you know, the peanut man, Mr. Peanut
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
monocle, the hat. That motherfucker is dead.
He reminds me of
He
somebody from
died
Wobbly.
today.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
They killed him.
yeah, in the video that we're about to show you, he explodes.
Wait.
He falls off of a cliff and explodes and dies. He
Wait.
sacrifices
Yeah, right
himself
here.
for his
this
friends.
is in canon?
This is canon. This is totally canon.
This is what happened.
Here we go. Okay. This is the Mr. Peanut video. Where it's an ad they released today.
Am I the only one that didn't see this?
I've
I
seen it.
just
I've seen
saw
it
it
a few
today.
times. I've been watching it frame by frame all day. Yes.
Oh, then I saw it.
Why? Is that Wesley
They
Snipes?
dodge an armadillo.
That's Wesley Snipes. That's so fucked up.
And he's gonna die.
Wow.
He be
Wow.
dead.
Yeah,
So Mr. Peanut is dead.
Yeah, Mr. Peanut became a roasted peanut.
Now,
Wow.
Did that say 1916?
yes.
Yeah. Well, the
That's
company's
when
been
the
around for a
Planters
while.
company started. That's when Mr. Peanut was born, 1960.
It's been
Yeah,
over a
Mr.
century.
Peanut's old. He's been around for a while. So if he's
104 years he's been around now.
What is the life expectancy for a peanut?
probably however long it takes for one to
150.
expire.
It's 150, but his life got cut a little short. of that.
Well, okay, so here's the
I'm
thing,
just
right?
kidding, I don't know.
People are saying that either he's going to come back in a Super Bowl commercial, like he's going to come back to life, or they're going to introduce a new mascot in the Super Bowl commercial, but that's not what I want to talk about.
That's not what I want to talk about.
Mr. Peanut did not kill himself. Yeah, Mr. Peanut did not kill himself.
Inside
I
job.
think that Mr. Peanut had some information on Mr. Epstein. And they orchestrated this armadillo in the road,
Who's Mr. Epstein?
the man who also did not kill himself. He ran a child sex trafficking ring among Hollywood elites and other
was about
elites
to
that are
release
not in
information.
Hollywood. And he was about to release that information because he was going to be put on trial. And then he was in jail, and they killed him. People want to say that he killed himself by hanging himself in his cell, but we goddamn know he didn't. They killed him so to cover it up because he has also connections to Trump. So in order to protect our government and in order to protect all those higher ups that nobody wants to fuck with, they killed that motherfucker. They killed Epstein. Illuminati. And I believe they also killed Mr. Peanut for this same reason. Mr. Peanut did not kill himself. 2020.
You think Mr. Peanut
Inside job.
trafficking?
I think that he knew something that he should not have known, and that at the Super Bowl, Mr. Peanut might have said some things that maybe the public would not be super interested, or maybe not interested, maybe not super happy about hearing. So they killed Mr. Peanut so he would keep his mouth shut. They put that armadillo in the road. They put Wesley Snipes in the van, and they put a really thin twig there. So that way when they fell, Mr. Peanut had to be the one to go. And then they rigged the truck with explosives. You think a peanut truck is going to explode like that just because a peanut man falls on it? I
What
think
about
the
the
fuck
gas
not.
in the car?
That
Well, I
peanut
mean, yeah, it
truck
was probably the
exploded
car.
like it was full of dynamite. Jet fuel cannot melt steel peanuts.
It wasn't a jet
But
fuel.
is
It was
good for-
gas.
It is good for bonfires.
That's what happens when cars. Like
Yeah.
sometimes
Why
it
would you
happens when
dynamite?
cars.
I don't know if
Go-
they use cars don't explode
Is
like
this
that.
acne?
I'm telling you.
I'm not a scientist. I am a dumb person, so
Did
it's
you
okay.
know that you can rent the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck as an Airbnb and sleep in it?
What?
So
No,
for the next
and I'm
episode
not
of Tea
interested in
Time, we
that.
will be inside of the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck.
We'll see you in episode 2. Out of the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck.
But yeah, Mr. Peanut did not
I
kill
will be
himself.
asleep.
That's the story
Inside
of the
of a
day.
As always,
Thoughts?
I think. Okay, honestly,
I don't buy these things anymore.
Me neither. My phone is empty.
Wait, what? Wait, what's the
I just have the X-Files theme playing through my head right now. That's it. That's it.
I feel like with the whole commercial, I feel like from a marketing standpoint, what you said, I think that's just the real reason. I feel like Mr. Peanuts is dead. He sacrificed himself.
I
They
have a
said it in
theory.
the commercial, like as a campaign, like he's always been there for everyone. So I feel like they made him do one last courageous thing.
Of course they
And
want
they're
to
just
Or-
gonna
on a
introduce
pedestal,
something else
make
at
it
the
seem
Super
like
Bowl.
Yo.
He's gonna sacrifice himself for everybody, so that way nobody thinks Mr. Peanut knew some stuff he probably shouldn't have.
I was gonna say, yo, okay. What if?
What if they were running away?
I was thinking.
That's why were they on the road in the first place?
So sorry, Nick. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was thinking. I just had an idea just a second ago. I was like, okay. Well, pretty obvious that he didn't kill himself. However, if the off chance that it was an accident, I was thinking for if they were to bring him back in the Super Bowl, like two ways. So like they would show. So the first one would be like a trailer or like a commercial. It'd be basically like them like putting him back together, and he's like the $6 million peanut. The $6 million peanut man.
I was thinking like, I was thinking Humpty Dumpty. Okay,
And
but
then-
like, we're talking like RoboCop, but
Yeah.
Peanut.
And then-
Robo.
What if they?
AI.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, and then get ready. Halftime show. He skydives in.
He
comes
skydives
in.
into
He
the-
skydives into the halftime show, and then just shoots out peanuts to everybody.
and then
he doesn't
unrolls
give
a
a fuck.
sign that says Epstein didn't kill
He
himself.
holds up a sign that says Epstein didn't kill himself, and he doesn't give a fuck about the people with peanut allergies. He's like,
That's
have
the
peanuts.
real
Sorry.
thing.
Okay, well,
is
it's
that
not
Mr.
their fault
Peanut
they're
hates
allergic.
people with peanut
What
allergies.
if? What if? I know that we've been talking about Mr. Peanut, but I just hope Wesley Snipes is okay. He looked like he was in distress.
Oh yeah, they're still stuck on that branch.
Movie
Who was
magic.
that weird white guy? I don't know who the fuck that was.
I want to go back to why were they on the run in the first place?
That's what I'm saying. What if you're right? What if he did know some information
And
and
that's
they
why
were
they
on
put
their
the
way to go
armadillo
tell
there.
someone, but
Wait
the
a minute.
armadillo was in on
Wait
the
a
planet taking him
minute.
down.
Wait a minute.
It was a robot armadillo. Armadillos also work for the bourgeoisie.
What if the armadillo went back and finished the job
That's
and
my
killed the other
favorite.
two guys?
It's like that.
That's why we never panned out.
Wesley Snipes and that other guy got killed
I didn't even say
by
it
an
correctly.
armadillo.
It's like that guy in Star Wars. You know, I can't remember the name of it. In the prequels, that ball that rolls out and then opens up.
A
and starts
droidica?
shooting. Is that what it is?
That's what they're called, droidicas.
Like that. That's what it is. It wasn't an armadillo.
So it was actually a droidica, but shaped like an armadillo.
Yes.
I think that armadillos are too like mechanically sound to be real. I think that armadillos fall into the same category as birds, that they're not real and they're government surveillance, because we have too many of them in Florida for them to be actual animals. If they definitely work for the bourgeoisie. So recap: birds work for the bourgeoisie. So do armadillos. Mr. Peanut
He's not dead.
no, he's dead,
Oh, okay.
but he didn't kill himself.
I think his son will be the new thing.
Oh fuck!
Wait, he has a son. You're right.
I was guessing.
I don't know if
I
he's
don't know,
got a
wait, but I
son, but
feel
that
like-
makes
hold
perfect
on.
sense. The millennial Mr. Peanut. Oh my God, they orphaned Mr. Peanut's son.
But what about the wife
Well, he's
or the
def-
mom?
The wife.
I'm pretty sure it's an adult peanut by now.
Okay, wait a minute. How do peanuts make babies? Now we have more
We got
questions.
sharks on top of that. First of all, wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. We have to let the world know about what just happened. So Nick just mentioned we have to look up the Peanut family to find out the history, and who might be taking over. But can we just address what happened a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago, where Char researched the entirety of the Duck family? You know, like Donald Duck.
Don't forget
Disney
Mickey Mouse
family.
and
Did
also
you
Goofy.
know he has over 100
Over 100
ancestors?
relatives.
Okay, let's let Char take over. This is Char's 2 minutes.
So-
That'll be a segment. That'll be a segment on the podcast.
Char's 2 minutes.
Yes.
So yes, Donald Duck has over 100 canon relatives. There are more. I just haven't been able to find a connection to plot them on a family
So
tree.
if you know the connections, please let us know.
Yes, honestly, tell me so I can put it
Can you
on my
tell them what you
ancestry
did?
family tree.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Oh yeah. There's
So-
sticky notes all over the walls.
Yeah, we have 3 different batches of sticky notes. One is Donald Duck's family, the other is Minnie and Mickey Mouse, and then the other is Goofy. But I took it to the next level and put the ducks on Ancestry.com, you know, to figure this shit out. Yeah, so it goes back to 2050 BC. Yeah.
2050 BC.
I don't have all the connections, so I can't tell you who is what, but that's how far back it goes. There are the McDucks, the ducks, the ganders, the goose, the coots. There's a whole bunch of them.
I want everyone to know that this was all performed in the kitchen, so there's about like 50 sticky notes just hanging up in the kitchen of all the family
little
members.
The Donald
sticky
Duck family
note
tree is
tabs
right next to the
connecting them to
fridge,
say,
and it's
like
humongous.
color coded to see who's married, who's
Oh, yeah,
Well,
it was
those are
color
gone
coded,
now,
too.
if they're
except for the mouse
unsure,
family.
like
Oh yeah, the
the
mouse family's
pet.
up there
Why
too,
are those
along with the
gone?
goose.
Mayor took them down
What the hell?
because we're waiting for
Hey,
the sticky
Char
notes to
told me
fall
that
down
she
one
wanted
by
to take
one.
them
Oh.
down. She wanted to take
Yeah.
the transition.
Well, wait. If we're waiting for it, then we're doing a bad job because Donald Duck fell down today, and we put him
Donald
back up.
Duck will remain.
Oh,
Donald Duck is the only one I'll put back up on the fridge. Anyway,
okay.
so sorry. Returning back to topics. Nick, the peanut family.
Right now, the Peanut family history is classified as I cannot find it at the moment.
It's
the internet
classified.
sucks.
Maybe that's what we'll find out at the Super Bowl.
Char found something.
Mr.
true.
Peanut's real name is Bartholomew Richard Fitzgerald Smythe.
You killed my father.
Why? Why is this
Prepare
name
to
so
die.
complicated?
You killed my father. Prepare to die. Prepare to die.
That's a great.
Is that on Netflix?
No, wait. That's got to be how Mr. Peanut comes. It's not.
I
Mr.
don't know.
Peanut, it's his son.
I think it's
and
on
his
Netflix.
son
I'll
comes
check.
up and he's like, "You killed my father," and
You
he's
should watch
talking to the bourgeoisie.
So John, so I couldn't find the family history, but I did find this. So you know how like when you like Google some like those like be like other like related searches like like you just type in peanut guy and it'll just be like how old is the peanut guy, is he a real person, that sort of shit. And like so like one says who killed Mr. Peanut. It says Planters killed him. Like the company. And I'm just thinking, it was an inside job. That's what I'm thinking. He had shit on them. That's
telling
why
you.
they ran.
They killed him. He
God,
did
we're
not
killing-
kill
They,
himself.
they should put
Sorry,
that on
Char.
Twitter. They should start a Twitter beef off this.
No,
I
if
think
you
they
go
should. Very
online,
passionate
I
about
literally
this
in
topic.
class when we found out about this, I said Mr. Peanut didn't kill himself. Like as a joke, and then I went on Twitter, and it's a trending hashtag. Mr. Peanut didn't kill himself. People are on top of this. People
Wow.
know the public is not going to stay silent, and we will not be washed over by the Planters company. We know the truth.
Well, can I just say also, I think it's.
Facts.
I was just gonna say I think it's pretty cool because like Planters has been like around like since for like over a century. Yeah, exactly. It's been around for such a long time, and like no one's ever really paid much attention to it because it's like, oh, that's the peanut company. But as soon as they did something controversial, we were all like, you know what, bitch, he didn't die.
I have a peanut fact.
Time for peanut fact.
He once weighed more than 300 pounds.
Say that again.
He once weighed more than 300 pounds.
Holy shit.
He survived the Great Depression. He went to war.
Mr. Peanut went to war.
He's a
war?
monocle. Okay,
Which
that-
war?
100 years old.
Char, which war? That's what's important.
World War II.
Mr.
We
Peanut
thank him
fought
for his
our
service.
country, and those motherfuckers killed him.
Thank you, Mr. Peanut, for your service.
Fans didn't want him to change.
What?
Boo.
That's probably
Wait, like
why.
the monocle and everything?
Boo.
For the company's 100th anniversary in 2006, planners held an online vote to see whether peanut aficionados wanted to see Mr. Peanut experiment with a sartorial change. Fans could vote for adding cufflinks, a bow tie, or a pocket watch. In the end, the ballot determined they wanted to keep him just the way he is.
Dude, pocket watch.
He has a
dude.
fan
Pocket
club.
Watch.
He has a fan club. They're called Peanut Pals.
We need to go to the Peanut Pal fan club and see how they're reacting to his untimely death.
What if it's
You
a
can
fucking
join for
cult?
$20.
Like a peanut cult.
Okay, let's do
$20.
it.
There's what?
Let's join the Peanut fan.
He has a friend.
He has a friend. Can I just
we'll
say?
we'll infiltrate the group and know the truth.
His name is Benson.
We've gone way too far
Can
down
I
the
just
peanut
say-
hole.
Oh,
Can I just say?
wait, this one?
I'm looking on like
Wait.
Twitter and I'm looking at like the news thing. So I don't know how true this is. It just says it popped up or whatever, and I lost it. I don't know where it went, but it basically said that the Mean Girls the musical is being turned into a movie, and I'm really confused because I'm like, wouldn't that just be the movie already? Yeah.
No, there's the movie, and then they turned it into a musical.
Yeah, but if they're making the musical into a movie, isn't that already the movie that they just made it into a musical?
No, because there's no
Yeah, it's just singing.
musical
The whole thing will be
remix
singing.
to the movie.
I'm not gonna go see it.
think
That's
I
that's
want to
stupid.
read
stupid as
this.
hell. I will forever watch the
I
original Mean
can't-
Girls. Continue.
I don't
Mr.
think I could
Peanut
get into
ran
that.
for mayor of Vancouver in the 1970s.
Who's the mayor of Vancouver? He's who killed Mr. Peanut.
Oh my God. In the 70s.
Shit. Well, what if he was never dead?
That's
and
like
he
He
came
was
back to
running
kill
for
Mr.
the
Peanut?
peanut party, which is just the best joke. It's supposed to be. It was supposed to be a commentary on Nixon politics.
Anyway, well, thank you all for joining. I know I just had like this idea with John, and like shout out to Isaiah and Scarlett for
They will
always
be on an
doing-
episode of Tea Time in the
yes,
future.
they will. Shout out to them for always being like our homies
rock.
that we do it with. Yeah. So, but thank you guys for joining me on this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, we just talked to just what we normally do, to be completely honest.
Well, hello and goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chauncy Eugene Sims Jr. You can find me on Instagram at TanMrClean, or you can find me on Twitter at MrClean_Sir. Thank you.
Check out my redbubble.com.
No, my name is John Sakula. You can find me on Instagram at ARKRITE. Same thing on Snapchat. If you really want to add me on Snapchat like a crazy person. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, even though I know I've been boring in this conversation. But if you guys want to see pictures of my cat, his name is Guinness. He is very cute. You can go on to my
He is
Instagram
really cute.
at HannerP99.
First of all, I can attest to that. The cat is amazingly cute, as well as incredibly super soft. Secondly,
But you won't know that.
but we yeah. Secondly, yeah, my name's Nick. Awesome hanging with the you guys on this. I was very nervous, but it was a very fun topic, discussion, conversation kind of thing, and hopefully it can be in the future. Thanks. Signing off.
Oh, you're the worst.
I can see Char
I'm
cringing.
Bernie. I said all of 10 words this whole podcast, and none of them were to a microphone. But
All 10 of them were
Yeah.
right here.
Okay. Well, I'm Mariella. I was probably just gonna put all your social medias wherever I upload it in the bio, if that's cool with you guys. Verbal consent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Everyone said yes, and then we'll ask Char separately. Unless Char, you got any final words? The best sound mix ever.
If you like the way this sounded, please hire me. Thank you.
That is
She's
all.
really good at what she does.
That is all.
Actually, we're all open for hire. Please
We're all
hire
open
any
for
of us.
hire.
Yeah,
We're all
actually, we
free.
all
We
do
are
like work in
broke.
entertainment. So please hire us for anything that you need.
But yeah.
But
so
mainly
it's been fun.
Charlene, she did a great job with
I'll-
the sound.
You can't even hear this.
I just know the quality of
We
your work.
know, Char.
You're a
Wait,
perfectionist.
We just
Are you
know.
telling us that you're not a good sound person?
Say that. I'm just saying you can't judge what you haven't experienced.
We're
But we know.
experiencing
We
it
can
now.
feel the vibe.
I went to school. I did the program with you,
Let's
so
just-
like I know.
Char, let's just say I haven't seen you go like this at all, which means
I've seen
You're
that
doing it-
plenty of
We-
times
we've
on
clipped-
student
we've
films.
clipped
Yes.
A little. We've clipped a little.
okay.
Nah,
we,
I'm
But
not-
it's
I
like
believe it.
yellow a lot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was probably for me.
Probably
But,
utilize these pop filters at some point.
anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for joining. Hopefully we'll talk again next week. But hope everyone has a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. But yep.
Yeah, yeet.
Bye.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye.